This is the new 2023 Aston Martin DB11, the James Bond of cars, the iconic British statement towards sports cars and the company itself, becoming a more and more popular sports car name around the world. In this video, I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know about this new 2023 DB11. But first guys, take a look at this graph. Only 1% of viewers are subscribed. Like, come on, 99% of you are not subscribed. We are so close to getting this channel to 1,000 subscribers, and if that happens, I can start putting more money and production value into these videos. So quickly, subscribe now. Like an Aston Martin, it has the wide mouth grille at the front, with more aggressive looking headlights over the older generations you can find between the 2000 and 2012 models. Around the sides, we have huge air vents and a more chiselled out curve that flows from the top of the back wheel arches to the lower front tyre, with those 21-inch alloys sitting proud and having a lot more room between the wheel arches and the tyre gap. Personally, I like this, giving the car a bit more lift off the ground and not getting stuck over those such large road humps. Around the back of the car, we can see these elongated LED brake lights, which bleed right over the boot lid. Also surprisingly similar to the new Lotus Emira I reviewed last week, but in this case, they're upside down now. So this Nike tick is technically the right way up. Overall, the Aston Martin hasn't changed much over the past 5 years since the DB11 was released. However, Aston Martin have their unique stuff that everyone knows who they are from the distance. The inside of every DB11 is plush and can be customised with a vast array of colours and exotic materials. A 12-inch LCD screen can tell you everything you need to know about velocity, while there's a second 8-inch screen, meaning the satellite navigation and audio system, with upgraded costs to Bang & Olufsen sound system. Every model includes leather upholstery, heated and power adjustable front seats, and passive entry. With additional features at extra costs, which can be heated steering wheel, auto park assist, fully digital instrument cluster, and an optional blind spot assist, and ventilated front seats. Reporters have noticed some inconsistency with panel fitment and surprisingly cheaper feel on the switchgear. Still, those issues are minor compared to what I'm about to tell you about this extraordinary, heart-pounding experience of a drive you get from this car. There aren't many places on the inside of the DB11 to store small items, apart from the centre console bin, which includes a slide open to reveal cup holders. That can be useful, with luggage compartment that can accommodate 2 golf bags plus 2 child seats. DB11 coupes deliver a bit more space over those other sports car coupes. Let's move on to the beast that's laying down inside this car. Now, Aston Martin offers you 2 engine choices for the DB11. Let's start with the lower end engine, that being a twin turbocharged 4-litre V8, borrowed over from Mercedes-AMG. The V8 will produce up to 528 horsepower and 513 pound-feet of torque. Or if that's not enough for you, you can go for Aston Martin's own design of their twin turbocharged 5.2-litre V12. While the more stronger V12 will produce 630 pure ponies, but it only topping out at 516 pound-feet of torque. There's only 3 extra over the V8. Both of these engines are partnered up with an 8-speed automatic transmission that transmits all of this torque to the rear wheels. The DB11 proves itself to be one angry beast. The thrust is massive, with athletic-like movement under handling. The exhaust notes are equally menacing and low enough to be a pleasant sound on longer drives. Reporters have stated that the V8 model can sound just as badass as the V12 model. How about you guys tell me? Comment down below which exhaust sound you preferred. Firstly, the turbocharged V8 borrowed from the Mercedes-AMG will crack a 0 to 62 miles an hour in just 4 seconds. If that isn't enough, Aston Martin's own 5.2-litre twin turbocharged V12 pumps out around the same at just 3.9 seconds. Reporters have said that a DB11 feels more fun to drive on country roads over the big GT cars, such as S-Class coupes from Mercedes, but also a little firmer than a Mercedes or Bentley when skipping around town. You want to be wide awake on wet roads too, because the DB11 does not like to be caged in. It is very capable of spinning these tyres. Its 8-speed automatic gearbox shifts through the gears smoothly on its own, and both engines can turn half their cylinders off when cruising to save fuel. Which leads me on to efficiency for this car really. With a powerful V8 and a V12 engine, fuel economy clearly isn't your main priority when buying this DB11. Still, the V8 earns a respectable 18 miles per gallon around the city and 24 miles to the gallon on motorways. The 12-cylinder alternatively is a bit more thirsty, with rating 15 miles to the gallon in cities and 22 on motorway driving. For comparison on this matter, the W12-powered Bentley Continental GT is less efficient, producing 12 miles to the gallon around city and 20 on motorway driving. So, what's the price and my overall verdict on the new 2023 Aston Martin DB11? Starting prices for you British people come in at £166,000, and for the US customers, the starting prices are $220,000. Well, it's not really that new, just some new extra features and updated technology, but you still have to pay extra for these anyway. You can find a very well looked after one that's only a few years old, sitting at around £91,000. It's very similar to what Aston Martin has been releasing for the past 5 years already, but then again, don't fix what ain't broke. Let's finish off with 3 positives and 3 negatives about this car. Positives: quality material on the inside is luxury and lush, despite a few smaller problems that reporters have listed above. The raw V8 or V12 engine power, no hybrid or electric fuel models, and lastly, the size of this car isn't huge compared to a Bentley Continental or a Mercedes S-Class. Leading me over to the negatives, being the rear passenger seats aren't really the best or comfortable, but hey, what do you expect, it's a coupe. Suspension is too firm when in comfort driving mode, and it's very unpredictable in wet weather conditions. But first guys, before you go, take a look at this graph. Only 1% of viewers are subscribed. Like come on, 99% of you are not subscribed. We are so close to getting this channel to 1,000 subscribers, and if that happens, I can start putting more money and production value into these videos. So quickly, subscribe now.